What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome to today's video, which is kind of a cop-out for an upload, but there's a lot to go into it, and ultimately, there's going to be a lot of valuable feedback you guys can provide to me for channel content that is coming in the next 5 months until the release of Madden 20. So today was originally going to be the regular season finale for the replacements, but I'm kind of at a crossroads with the replacements. In one hand, I think the storyline that we're about to get into for the offseason and into the second year of the replacements is going to be very, very fun and will probably rival the Canada build that we did in the Toronto Huskies, in my honest opinion. But the negative right now for the replacements is the gameplay. Anytime I want to record a replacements episode, I have to pretty much play like an hour of gameplay in Madden 19, and everyone pretty much knows that the gameplay in Madden 19 is horrible. And like, I just don't want to do it. Maybe even to the point where like I don't even care that I think I have a really, really fun and exciting storyline for the replacements because the gameplay is so bad. I do think ultimately I will suck it up and I will get the regular season finale out to you guys tomorrow just to continue to progress that series along. But I'm like, I have a lot more fun right now playing rebuilds. And a question I've seen come up is, C4, what's going on with the realistic rebuilds? Last Saturday, we did the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was the 32nd team, the final team for the realistic rebuilds. I think this Saturday, there's going to be a special kind of one-off realistic rebuild that I think you guys will enjoy. But as of right now, I kind of feel like that style of video is finished. I mean, we may revisit a couple teams that we failed during the year. We've done that the last couple seasons, but you know, I kind of want to do something different. And so that kind of eliminates a Madden series. And you know, non-Madden series, it kind of goes into the NCAA rebuilds. It's just been so frustrating trying to deal with Elgato to get the recording software to work on my new computer. That's the only reason why we're not doing the NCAA rebuilds. I miss having fun actually getting football gameplay, which is what I would get in NCAA. So hopefully sooner than later, we can add the NCAA rebuilds into our weekly uploads. But until then, thank God, homie Param Crow is holding it down with his own NCAA rebuilds for the time being. So that's like really the only alternative right now. I'm not going to start playing like, you know, Apex Legends rebuilds or any other games like that. So one of the rebuilds that we did last year around this time, once we started to finish up with series, was Ultimate Rebuilds. And for those of you that don't remember that what it is, that's basically rebuilding multiple teams within the same save. So you're kind of competing against teams that you've already rebuilt. Those will be starting kind of soon because this year we're going to be doing a divisional theme. So we'll do an Ultimate Rebuild with the Jets, and then when that video is done, the next episode will be an Ultimate Rebuild with the Patriots, and then when that's done, we'll do one with the Dolphins, and then we'll do one with the Buffalo Bills. So every year within a 20-year period, because they'll all be 5-year rebuilds, we're competing within the same division of teams we've already built. Those will probably start next week, maybe a little bit later, you know, but they're coming soon. The idea, it's mine, I stole it, no one steal it, I already copyrighted it, 2019, C4, Beast Mode TV. But I think that'll be pretty fun. I did like the Ultimate Rebuilds that we did later on in the year. And like I said, you guys, someone already suggested using a divisional theme. And I think that is going to be an awesome video for us to do and kind of more concurrent. You know, it's going to be active rosters because that goes into the last part is the retro rebuilds using nostalgic rosters. Right now, the retro rebuilds start at 2002 and we go 5 years to 2007. Then we have been told, and I have been told, that we're about to get a 2005 starting point. So we'll be able to go from 2005 and then 5 years into 2010. It's like those are two different starting points for retro rebuilds, and I'm having an absolute blast recording the retro rebuilds, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching them. You know, from an editing standpoint, doing like the little transition effects and throwing in some retro commercials and just the nostalgia of playing with those rosters, like that has consumed me for what I want to make for content. Like tonight, for example, I was like, all right, it's super late. I might as well just get this out here because I kind of want to start to map and brainstorm and lay out the framework of a new series that I want to do. So I need to get your guys' feedback. But I was like, you know, I probably should also record the replacements, but I'm just like, man, I just want to do retro rebuilds, record, have like 6 of them come up a week. But obviously that's not really sustainable at the time being. But the reason why we're here today is obviously I wanted to show you guys that, you know, what's going on with the realistic rebuilds, the replacements, a new Ultimate Rebuild series will be coming sooner than later. But I want to do a franchise, you know, with the replacements. I want something else that can correlate with that is a more franchise CFM style video and less of a, you know, 5-year rebuild compacted into one. So with that being said, I want to utilize these 02 rosters, and maybe we could utilize the 05 rosters, but for how I'm going to proposition this we're going to be starting with the 2002 rosters in a series that I want to call Flashback Franchise. So the first question that I need you guys to answer, because I haven't been able to find a straight answer anywhere, is how many years can we do in connected franchise mode in Madden? I've seen 20, I've heard 25, I've heard 30. Can I get a conclusive answer from somebody in the comments? How many years can you play in a franchise mode in Madden 19? No, well, in Madden 17 we could do. Someone confirm and or deny how many in Madden 19. But for the argument's sake, for how I'm gonna kind of lay this all out to you, let's just say you can do 20 years. So here we go. So the roster is gonna start in 2002, and we're gonna go all the way to 2022. That is a 20-year franchise. We're gonna utilize all those draft classes. Like right now, we got my 2019, 2020, 2021, and I could very easily finish a 2022 draft class, which is awesome. That is the most in-depth rebuild, the most in-depth franchise that you possibly could get. Like, I'm super excited for this idea. Like we just did in the last retro rebuild, the Atlanta Falcons. Started with Michael Vick in 02, and then we literally would be able to play throughout history. We could go down and repeat it. We could find a way to get Matt Ryan at some point in the middle, go with Matt Ryan, and then finish up by saying getting Trevor Lawrence. Like, that could be just... We're creating history. We're redefining history. We're trying to make a way of not repeating itself. Like, there is so much depth and ideas that we can do for each individual team. I just really want to do that right now. So the series, though, can only progress as fast as the old retro draft classes get made. And right now, we only have draft classes made up till 2006. The 07 draft class should be done soonish, and it roughly takes about 1 week to get one of these retro draft classes completed. So that's kind of a logjam. That's kind of a hiccup, a bump in the road for doing a 20-year franchise. Is realistically, we can only move as fast as these draft classes come out. So understanding that there might be 6 draft classes available by the time we start this series, I have to ask you guys, what kind of presentation will you want to see for a Flashback Franchise 20-year rebuild? I mean, we could go down option A, which is take a page from the retro rebuilds, realistic rebuilds, whatever you want to call it, and just do 5 years at a time. Each video being 35 minutes to an hour long. We would do this 4 times. There would be 4 videos per team, which means we could get through more teams quicker. There's a benefit to it, but there's also a little bit of a downside because it's, you become at risk of rebuilds overload because it's all just the same style of format. There's no change of pacing. It's all the same pacing for Ultimate rebuilds, NCAA rebuilds, realistic rebuilds, and then the Flashback Franchise rebuilds. Or there is option B, which we'll call it the Mr. Hurricane approach, because Mr. Hurricane kind of foirayed into the rebuild format last year, and he did, I think it was the Cleveland Browns, he did like 70 episodes, but, we could do something like that, where each video is like 20 minutes. We'll say we could do, for right now, because time is of the essence, to be patient, so the more draft classes can be built, 07, 08, 09, 010, all those draft classes that have yet to be made, we kind of need to be a little bit patient. So we could say we do 2 videos per season, so that's about 2 videos per week, which will allow us to start the series, get the series going, but also allow a little bit of lead time for the retro draft classes to be completed. Plus, I think it also kind of gives you a different change-up of presentation style. It's not all 5-year, we'll say 45-minute videos every time we do something. It's different pacing. You'll get a little bit of different strokes for different folks between NCAA rebuilds, Ultimate rebuilds, retro rebuilds, the replacements, and all that stuff. So I feel like it could potentially offer a little bit better balance to the channel. But obviously there's a downside. When you do a more methodical approach, a little bit more in-depth approach, a little bit more gameplay, which for that could be a negative thing, but there's not going to be, we might not be able to do all 32 teams if we do it that way. We have 5 months, but if we do 2 videos a week per team, hopefully we get 20 years in. That's still like, a team a month. We might have to get multiple teams going. So there's positives and negatives to each way. Because it's, there's a lot of information, I'm going to try to clip it up as the videos you're watching so you can kind of see in pinpoint. So you guys can just simply reply in the comments what you want to see. But yeah, man, we're struggling here. We are struggling here on the channel because of the gameplay. The gameplay of Madden 19 is pretty goddamn bad. And, it's very close to the beginning of Madden 20 season where we get into all effect and there's going to be news and stuff released. And, I'm checking the email, spam folder, my mailbox Haven't seen that game changer invite yet. So unfortunately, it seems like I'm going to be stuck playing Madden 19 right up till August. So the more we can do to get my mind off the fact that I'm probably going to be overlooked for another year, the better. So that's, doing a flashback franchise, I think, could accomplish that. So yeah, guys, I'm very excited about, like I said, the Ultimate Rebuilds is a new series you guys will be seeing soon, and I really do want to get a flashback franchise series going. But ultimately, it is going to kind of go off your guys' feedback. So make sure you leave that in the comment section below. We'll be back tomorrow with the regular season finale for the replacements. I have to go play that gameplay. Well, that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave your feedback and comments and suggestions in the little comment section below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.